On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is Max Jolliffe unsolicited memes? How important is that to your career?
Ooh, I think that's probably 11. That's probably the
Oh,
the
dang.
entire foundation of my being.
I,
Yeah.
I think
Um,
you just made his life complete with
yeah,
that
yeah.
answer.
Yeah, no, he's fun. We have fun. That's what it's all about.
Dude, he does. He goes hard,
Yeah.
and makes me laugh a lot. Sometimes I don't even sure if I can like it. I don't know if I'm able to like it. It's so intense.
I feel the same. I think I feel the same too. Yeah, yeah. Very unhinged a lot of
Yeah,
times, but
yeah, and I think that's his pride and joy. So
yeah.
I guess he's accomplished what he set out to do.
Yep.
Okay, so I was at UTMB. You were too. I was positioned at the finish line to see Dan Green come across. Big Dan Green fan, and I wanted to see him come
Yep.
across CCC.
Dan the man.
Yeah, and so there you were. I saw you and Brees, and a lot of people show up to welcome roughly at the same time. Forgive me if I'm saying his name wrong. Was it Stian?
Stian, yeah.
Stian. Here's what I saw. I saw all of you satisfied guys. We've all seen the photo shoots. Super cool, super dialed, super intentional. In that moment, you guys were just runners who were stoked for your friend. What do you think that the world doesn't know about the Satisfy running team that isn't obvious? Because the photo shoots are so great, but you guys just
Yeah.
look like regular people right there. That doesn't always come out in the photo shoot, and I don't mean that in a
It-
bad way. But
no,
like,
yeah, yeah.
what do we not know about you guys
I get
and
what you're
girls?
saying. We're all just like really good friends. Like it truly feels like a family, and yeah, just having everyone together. Like every race, if someone's running a race at UTMB, like we all show up as a big
Yeah,
crew to welcome them into the finish. So, yeah, I guess like we're all just like you said, normal people, and yeah, just really good friends and having fun at
that's what it
wherever we're
felt
at. Yeah.
like. It felt like me and my buddies, like from high school, who go run, red hot every February in Utah. It was the same sort of energy, and it was just cool to observe as a fly on the wall because Norda had a runner coming through, and so Nick was there. Nick and Willow were there. And Brees rolls in, and Dan Green's coming across. Like as a geek of the industry, it's like this is everything I've ever wanted, and so I'm just like a fly on the
Yeah.
wall watching it. But you guys just look like buddies, and it was cool to see, and it's just not what we always get to see with the team.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're all just real people.
Yeah.
We're not NPCs after all.
Well, okay. Can I ask you about the prize money? We've been way into prize money, at Borderlands and
Yeah.
wanting to see that for runners. And the Mammoth has the $20,000 prize purse. I didn't, seed this to you beforehand or anything like that. I just wonder, as a gut reaction, as a pro runner, does that matter to you? Does that draw you to a race? Is that where does that fit into your whole calculus in choosing the Mammoth?
Yeah, it's definitely a bonus. It's definitely a plus. Definitely makes the race more exciting, and draws people to want to come run the race, especially if it's an inaugural year when things might be a little rough and take
Mm.
some ironing out. But yeah, I'm not like I don't know like I know that it's 20,000, but I don't know how that's like distributed or broken out. I don't know how
Yeah.
much you win for getting first. Like it's
Yeah.
not like at the top of my mind. Maybe if I'm like in podium position and feeling really terrible, like hey, if I just like pick it up, maybe I could make a couple bucks at the end of this. I don't know,
It
who
doesn't
knows.
factor in there.
But yeah, I'm not super driven by a prize purse, but it definitely does add a factor to make it more exciting for everyone.
Yeah, I think as a fan, the point I make over and over is just that if in my mind, you guys are all and women are so focused on the competitive level, like you just want to go out and compete. Well, if all of a sudden you might just do one, like you might turn up even just a tad bit more because of that prize money. To me, that as a
Hmm.
fan, like I want more prize money because it's just going to give us maybe not better performances, but more interesting performances to a degree. Do you think that at
Well,
all?
definitely more competitive fields,
Yeah, yeah.
at least. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And this year it's huge with Tara Dow, Rachel Intrikin, Jimmy Elam, Tim Olson, and a lot of others. The thing about 200 is that the field, no matter who the favorite is, the field is always at play because it's 200 miles.
Totally, totally. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think we saw that 2 years ago with Cocodona, like the whole Chase documentary. Like there was 5 people that they thought were gonna, be the top dogs, and then this sixth guy shows up and
It's
wins the whole thing.
just
So
some guy. Yeah,
yeah, anything can happen. And that some guy is Harry Subertas. He's
sure.
the man. He's
Yeah.
great ultra runner. So
Yes, and what I meant by
I don't
that, I
want to
think
act
we're on
like
the
yeah.
yes, I think we're on the same
I
page.
don't
What
want
I
to act
meant
like
by
he's
that
just some
was
random. Yeah,
yes, 100%. He was just not there, and so it was a
on their
surprise.
radar. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
there. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Here's one of the other things that has been so compelling and so interesting about your story was that, you've got the Satisfy hat on for those just listening, the rocker shirt, all this stuff, but then you connected with BPN, which I absolutely love. You went to the Satisfy camp in Wyoming, but then you're at the BPN camp. And I just, those two worlds coming together in that Venn diagram, the only thing I know of in that Venn diagram is you. Like, I don't know, you've got BPN, got Satisfy. And to me, I think you brought together two worlds. Does it even feel like that? Or is it just also BPN just feel like buddies as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Like they also feel like a big family, and they're just two great brands that I'm, lucky enough to be a part of. So,
Yeah.
and if I can, connect some dots there, then that's cool too,
Yeah.
But they're just two really good brands that make really good products that I enjoy and I use anyway. So
Yeah.
the partnerships just make sense.
Yeah. How, I mean, if I can ask, like, how does a BPN come together? I mean, I don't know, how does any of them come together? Did you call BPN and like, hey, I love this stuff? They call you, like, how does something like that even happen?
Yeah, there was I to make a really long story short, I had this old sponsor that was just like really not a good brand to be a part of,
Okay.
and I ended up things, we went our separate ways, and I have Sally McRae as my good friend,
Shoot.
and I was talking to her and just kind of explaining the situation to her, and
Brilliant.
she was like, "Oh, let me just make a phone call," and then connected me with Tony Reyes, the team manager at BPN, and it all kind of just like it all just worked out. It kind of fell into my lap, so. That was how that all went down, and I'm just like feel super grateful and lucky to be, a part of the team.
That's brilliant. I had the
Yeah.
lucky chance to meet Sally at UTMB this year. And I, as I want to do, I made a bit of a fool of myself because she introduced herself. I was like, oh, I know who you are. I like everything that you do. And she was so nice, like so
She's the
incredible.
nicest person. Yeah, yeah.
She's a great, figurehead for the sport. I mean, few
And
have accomplished it.
shout out to Sally from, kind of helping create this
Oh,
Mammoth 200.
yeah. She put it on
So
TV for us. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So she's kind of the one who started it all for us.
Yeah. 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 I presume she'll be there. I don't know. Maybe she's going to be there. She's probably there for the big party all week. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I think she'll probably be out there.
Yeah. Okay. I want to talk about this for a little while with you because I think it's so well done, and I wonder what it says about you as a person. The composition. So I live in Paris, and we love it here. I've got 3 kids. There's so much going on. We love museums. We were at museums all through the weekend, and I think about composition a lot when I see a painting or I see a photo. Like, what makes a photo great? It's not just the subject, but it's how it's composed within the frame. I think the composition of your tattoos is something else. Like the way that all of that has come together. Are you like honest? Like how intentional is the whole layout of all of the tattoos? Was that just like a hey, I'll get this one, and then I'll get this one, or was this some elaborate like artistic scheme?
No, definitely wasn't planned out at all. I mean,
Really?
like one of my favorite tattoos I've ever gotten. This little surfing Felix the cat. Like I didn't even know what I was getting when I walked into the shop, and I like saw it on the wall, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, that looks cool." Like I'm gonna get that, and then just no thought of where I was gonna get it. And I had no idea. So I mean, that's like been kind of true for most of the stuff that I've gotten, but
Yeah.
definitely I didn't like sit on Photoshop and like
Right.
overlay a
Well, what
bunch
about like
of
the big
different designs on my arm.
piece on your chest? Was that first and then the other stuff, or
Yeah, yeah. It usually starts with like bigger things, and then you
yeah?
fill smaller things around them.
Well,
But
at some point
yeah,
with
definitely.
tattoos, you feel like if you only have a few, then you have like 7 tattoos or 8 tattoos. But when you get to where you're at, it's like you're just got one big tattoo and the whole thing. And so
Yeah, yeah,
you know, and what I talk to other people who've have tattoos, it's like, well, if you only get one, that's a ton of pressure. But if you're just committed to going all out, then
then they matter way less.
you can have
Yeah,
one that
yeah,
sucks. You have 2 that suck.
yeah. And if you have one that sucks, just get some good ones around it, and then you'll lose focus on the one
Yeah.
that sucks. Yeah.
And then but then eventually they just all blend into one. All the people that I like, this
Yeah.
dude TJ Bott, I'm a big fan of his. Like, I don't see
Hmm.
one tattoo on his body. I see this. It's all one thing. And I just feel like when you see yours, when it's on film or whatever, it just feels like the composition is really good. So maybe it's just instincts.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Um. Okay. You got plans for any new ones? Is there room?
No, I honestly haven't even gotten tattooed in quite a few years. And I got this left leg, still some space on it,
Some real
but
estate.
it has starting to get to the point where I'm kind of running out of room, and I was like, I should probably slow down a little bit, just save some stuff for when I'm older. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, okay. So last question here. So the race starts 5 days later. The race is over. Whatever. What do you hope 5 days later, regardless of when you finish in that window? What do you hope for yourself 5 days after? You know, the whole thing's done. It's over. It's gone. Like, what makes you look back at this the Mammoth 200 and feel proud?
Um, Yeah, I think just like running a good race. I haven't had a 200 performance yet that I really ran a good race
Mm,
or a race that I'm proud of. I mean, I did win Moab, but I had so many issues going on, and same with Cocodona. There were just like so many issues. I just legitimately have not had a good 200-mile race yet. So I think if I can just like finish with at least in the realm of what I'm like kind of planning or expecting to finish, that'll be good. And
yeah.
not be like on the brink of death, you know. Um, but yeah, I just putting up a run that I'm proud of, and putting out a hard effort, and not like having so many issues that slow me down for like hours and hours and hours that really
Yeah.
affect my finishing time.
Yeah. Well, I'm stoked to watch. I've loved watching your sort of rise within endurance sport, within running, and all of this, and your contribution to Satisfy, and their contribution to you. Like, it just works so well, and I appreciate you
Thank you.
joining me today.
Thank you.
Yeah. Take care.